Hey everybody, it's F. Gardner. So I've been a flat earther for many years now, and I think I finally figured out, for sure, what's past the ice walls, what's past Antarctica, past the ice walls, what they're keeping hidden from us. I always used to think it was just more land, but no, it's not just more land. The truth is even heavier than that, I think, because I always used to think that. I always used to think the more land thing, because if there's more land, there's more resources, right? So entire wars are fought over oil alone, right? So that would be already enough of an incentive to keep the lid on that and everything for the powers that be. But recently, I was reading this. There's this old text, this ancient text. It's the commentary on the treasury of Abhidharma. So Abhidharma, it's like Buddhist, the commentaries and stuff. So this is kind of the commentary on the commentaries. And no matter how you swing it, this is really ancient. And it ties a lot of things in together that I've never seen tied in otherwise. At least not as well. So Buddhist cosmology, in Buddhism, the Earth is flat, is the flat Earth model, and so there are other worlds, but not worlds as in planets, outer space. No, outer space is fake; it doesn't exist. So other worlds, more territory. And that's what this talks about. And even other beings, I frequently hear people that are from Christian backgrounds say, oh, maybe there's Nephilim living on these other secret continents, like Tartaria and stuff, or giants. And that's sort of what this text, the commentaries imply, but they don't use the term Nephilim, obviously. They wouldn't, because it's not a Buddhist term. They're saying gods and reptilians, because I hear that mentioned all the time too. And yeah, reptilians are in Buddhism. Nagas, it's Nagas. Yeah, Nagas. So it's like that. It ties in the whole Nephilim, reptilians, yeah, and even the Tartaria stuff, and the whole mud floods, great resets, because in Buddhism and Hinduism, you have these ideas of yugas or kalpas, these cycles of destruction. And it's not always total destruction. There might be things that remain. So the architecture. So the Tartarian architecture and stuff, all these old buildings and stuff, where did they come from? The World's Fair type of stuff. And yeah, I've heard different theories on that, were they brought over here, or are they from other continents, or are they from here originally, and humanity the old civilizations are wiped out. And it could be a combination of things. It's really hard to say. It could be things were wiped out all over the earth, or our known earth, what's contained within the ice walls and everything, the continents we know. But then there are the secret continents, there are legendary continents like Atlantis and Lemuria, things like that. And the heaviest part of this all, there might, or not might, I think there are continents that were locked out of past, even the legendary continents, like Atlantis and stuff. So this text that I mentioned, this Buddhist text, it says that like it's like we're locked into the known continents and everything that we know as Earth. It's like you try to go out of it. It's like trying to go out of bounds in like a video game or something. You're locked out of it by your karma, that like you get reborn or reincarnate into where your whatever karmic merit or results are currently at. So you're like locked into a world system. And again, by world system, it has nothing to do with outer space. Outer space is totally fake. Outer space does not exist, period. So it's like, in Buddhism, it's like your mind making things. And it says in this text that if people try to go out of bounds, if they try to go to another world system, other territory, other continents that they're not allowed to, that a number of things can happen to prevent them. Like it could be gods making you just change your mind, that the gods are just suddenly like you change your mind and you turn back. Or it could be like some sort of like whatever guardian deity appear and stop you, and like, or it could be you're in a boat and there's a storm. So it's like reality, or what we think is reality, the system, the matrix, the illusion. It'll make some way, it'll create some way to contain you in your little Truman show of an Earth. You're in your realm, in your world system, and stop you from going further. And that made me think, whoa, that's like, because I've seen videos on like BitChute and stuff where people try to, like there's one video where a guy's in a plane and he tries to go past the ice walls and he gets pulled over by like a fighter jet or something. Like the UN, the United Nations or whatever sent that over to stop whoever that was, and another where it's similar, but like in a boat, a guy's on a boat, and then some like battleship suddenly appears and stops him and tells him to turn around. So it's like your mind creating something to stop you, which is really mind-blowing. Like, it's really heavy stuff, because we're all curious what's beyond, and for the first time ever, I'm wondering, wait, maybe we're actually just locked out of it by karma. But there still might be continents that we can go to regardless, that would have these like more resources and stuff. Like, I think this still means like there's like Atlantis and Lemuria and Terra Vista, like that. Like, so like the Tartaria type of stuff, those type of conspiracies. Like, I think it's still like there's a number of continents that they're keeping hidden, but that there's other continents too, even further, and that we might be totally locked out, like literally, like as if you're a video game character and you're trying to go to a level that you can't yet, like you're not a high enough level, or you didn't beat the current level you're on, so you can't go to the next level yet, and it's like you're locked out by your karma. And in this text, it explains, like, whenever people talk about the Nephilim, giants, Tartaria, this is the one text that ties it all in together in the context of flat Earth and what exactly they're hiding. because I've heard a number of many different theories, and most people in the West that are like truthers and into conspiracies, the vast majority of them are Christian, because that's, culturally what they're used to and where they came from. And they're often religious, so they're basing it on the Bible. But this ties it in better. Like, part of why I became Buddhist over time is because like getting into, well, I guess, conspiracy theories, becoming a truther, I realized that, it syncs up the most with just, and this isn't me proselytizing or anything. I've said before, I'm a live and let live guy. I realize we're all trying to figure things out. But this is the one text that I've encountered that, like, it ties it all together for what they're keeping hidden past Antarctica, past the ice walls. That it's like we're locked out by our karma and kept in different world systems and again, I have to emphasize that, because when I say, or anybody says world systems, we've been so conditioned and brainwashed to think of outer space. That's not what F. Gardner is talking about. F. Gardner does not believe in outer space, because outer space is totally fake. So world systems, it's referring to other civilizations, other secret hidden continents and stuff past the Antarctic ice walls. And I think there's still territory that we can go to, like Atlantis and stuff, but there's like even more, like, beyond. Like, I've heard people propose or pitch that it might be infinite, like maybe the earth just goes on forever. I don't know. I mean, you can't prove that, I guess. If it's forever, you can't really calculate. So, like, by definition and stuff. But, this is, like, blowing my mind. Because, like, for the first time, and I've been a flat earther for, I think, about 7 years now. And, for the first time ever, I'm now realizing, whoa, this seems to be the case for what actually is past Antarctica, or past the ice walls, and why it's so hard to get there. It's like your mind manufacturing something to keep you in, an obstacle. Really heavy stuff. And wow, I'm like the only person that, to my knowledge, has connected the book that I mentioned, to all these, like, conspiracies and stuff. Like, there are other Buddhist flat earthers, since, Buddhist cosmology is flat earth cosmology, but I've never heard anybody mention this before. It's like, I've figured this out just by myself. The stuff that I'm saying here about this book and relating to these, wow, it blows F. Gardner's mind. It's like, maybe it was like destiny for me to, or good karma for me to figure this out or something on my own, this part. Well, F. Gardner reads a lot, since I am a novelist. I've written, so many books and everything at this point. I spend much of my time reading, and I love theology and everything. So I used to teach theology and stuff, too. But this is really blowing my mind, in the sense that it seems to finally answer how and why we're being kept from knowing the truth. And that, the government's all being in on it, trying to keep us out. But that everything is ultimately, like, the mind, an illusion, yeah, so it's all syncing up. It's all coming together. Yeah, as far as F. Gardner can tell, it seems to, yeah, really check out. And yeah, it's far out stuff. Well, I think you get the idea. I guess that concludes the video for now. I hope you guys like this video. Peace out, everybody. Catch you later. Bye.